Okay, good morning.
Morning.
We are here October 12th interviewing Anton Osver, who is from Azerbaijan and has been here now for almost 3 weeks. And I know that Anton does not like for me to tell this story, but I think it might be interesting for our audience that the way you came here was because I saw an ad for Azerbaijan in New York Magazine and realized that we know nothing about Azerbaijan.
Maybe.
So we figured the best way, no, I definitely knew nothing about Azerbaijan. So we thought the best way for us to learn about your country and you to learn about ours was to invite somebody from Baku. So you are here.
Yeah, I just heard about this story about advertisement. But did you find this journal?
I think so. In New York Magazine.
New Yorker or New York?
New Yorker.
New Yorker,
Yeah.
the name of this magazine.
Do you know anything about your country hiring a publicity firm to advertise?
I just know about in Europe, Azerbaijan is a sponsor of Atletico Madrid, its soccer team, and the name of how they advertise themselves, it's like a fire of Azerbaijan or another land of fire and Azerbaijan. And Atletico Madrid teams, they wear this this advertising on their kit, and everybody knows when they want to Google about Azerbaijan, they just start type land of fire Azerbaijan, and they knew something new about Azerbaijan. But I didn't know that they put some advertisement in USA journals. But maybe.
Apparently, one of the major efforts of your country is to increase tourism a lot.
Yeah.
To be one of the main activities.
Yeah, but we actually now we don't ready to accept tourists because we have not quality infrastructure. Yeah.
Really?
Infrastructure, and we have not ready places and ready ready places for tourists, for inviting, but
Hotels.
Maybe not so many hotels, but we have all kind of very fashionable and very big brands. I mean, every Hilton, Marriott, Four Seasons, every, and
When I started to do research, I was really surprised. One of the things that you said when you first arrived was how technologically forward Azerbaijan is. Yes?
What does it mean, technological?
Cell phones, computers,
Yeah.
everything high tech.
Yeah, but it's not it connect with power, to show how we powerful, how we reach. It's it's for example to have the last model of iPhone. It's not for using them. It's for showing that I have. And
I understand that
and
you.
it's not right to say that it's technological. It's like a and technological and for to show.
I understand that you waited in line here to get your new iPhone.
Yeah.
So why did you buy it here rather than there?
Because I think that because I grew up from USSR and I know I know how to live in a country where it's difficult to find some food, good food. You have to find clothes for yourself, and nothing in the shops. I mean foods, and you have to catch where you find, and I mean it's sit in our minds. Maybe in generation which was born more, I mean in 90s, yeah, maybe they have another thinking, another thoughts.
Right.
They didn't know about that time, and I think for us, USA or Europe, it's something fantastic still now. And when you come to, for example, USA, you have to do shopping. Although we had the same prices and we have maybe the better brands in my country, but I have to buy. I have to.
But you didn't buy jeans, did you?
No, jeans.
'Cause
No,
this is the
but
old
no,
idea.
because I didn't find a good one. Yeah, but I bought one pants,
Okay.
common pants. Yeah,
Okay.
pants.
So, as I say,
Yeah.
I had no idea of Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
Now, after learning about it, I very much would like to go visit. But tell me something that you expected in New York that was not what you expected.
Nothing. I just expect that I knew that I will fly to another country, but yeah, I stay here. I stood, how to say? I stayed here.
Say here.
Another, I don't know, maybe, no, everything was understandable for adult person, for me.
Did you expect people to be more friendly?
Yeah, I didn't know about people, but now I know that they are very friendly, very.
Like
I didn't expect it.
like home or more friendly?
More friendly, like at home. Yeah.
So
Because I think it's a touristic place, and many tourists, and maybe it's like everybody sometimes were they came here, and maybe they want to help. Yeah.
so the diversity, many different people here, you think?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I think, yeah, it's only rules which they should demonstrate. It has to be like to be friendly, to be
So when you were young, did you grow up in Russia or you grew up in
No, no, no.
Azerbaijan, which was part
No,
of the
course
Soviet
I
Union?
was grow up in the Soviet Union. I mean, it was 12 years I live in USSR.
Independence in 91.
In 91,
Uh-huh.
yeah, 1991.
And most people feel a connection like you do to Russia?
No. I think just only me and
Why
my
is that?
family. Because we are not Azeri and we don't assimilate. Yeah, we don't. I don't know why we don't assimilate. We don't get in the Azeri culture. In the,
Even your neighbors?
we have. You mean not Azeri neighbors or?
Well, if you did not feel
Yeah.
a connection to
Yeah.
Azerbaijan,
I feel connection with the Russia.
but your neighbors, the same neighborhood that you grew up in,
Yeah.
is that the same with your neighbors or just
No, because only we stayed in the old place where I was born. Because all my neighbors, it's new coming people from countrysides, and because I live in the rich neighborhood, and only we stayed there. Another our neighbors from USSR, they almost all leave country. I mean, not Azeri, with another nation. They immigrate. Somebody in USA, somebody in Israel, somebody in Europe.
Interesting. So one of the things that I was surprised at, and most people now that I talk to about your country, we didn't know that it was kind of a rich country
Yeah,
because you have oil.
yeah.
We didn't know that you have oil.
I don't have, but
Well,
I have just
I'm sorry you don't.
olive oil
Right.
in your apartment. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that there are smaller countries
Yeah.
that are doing an awful lot. I talk about Poland,
Yeah.
Korea, and then I think in terms of your country that when there are small countries that are next to big countries,
Yeah.
it's very hard to develop a real identity because you are kind of in the shadow.
Yeah, of course. And
Do you-
we, I think, shadow of USSR, USA, US.
Really? Tell me.
Of course. It's difficult, but it's just politic. And I think that, yeah, everything, it's connected with USA.
So you look more to the USA
Of,
than to Russia.
of course, yeah.
And I see,
And we don't want to look to the Russia because
even you,
it's a different country.
even you,
Not me. What about politics? I don't interesting in politics. I just like that there are people in Russia. They speak in Russia, and they speak maybe. I watch only Russian TV, and therefore I have culture of Russia. Therefore
what do you like about Russian culture?
Not all. I don't like something. For example, food only Russian or food or clothes only diesel. I like something from everything, from everywhere. For example, from Russia I like this. From Azerbaijan culture I like this, and
Okay. So I understand
Yeah.
that you expected to go to more art things,
Go what?
that you expected when you came to New York
Yeah.
to go to more art openings, art
Yeah.
exhibitions,
Yeah.
and things like
yeah.
this.
I thought that.
And
Yeah.
maybe we caught you by surprise by not sending you to art things.
Maybe, but it was not big surprise.
Okay?
Okay, it's not exhibition. I mean, in art, it's classic music. Okay, why not?
Okay. So give me one example of something that you did on your schedule that you have never done before,
Yeah,
would never have expected to do at home,
yeah.
but turned out to be a good experience.
It's dancing waltz. Yeah, I think that I never, I never, I would never go to the such kind of dances in my country, but here I was before, before 1 hour or 2 hours before when I had to go to the dance class. Yeah, I was a little bit nervous about how it will be. Yeah, but when I came there, I was alone. Who came? Yeah, and they waited many people to give dance class for everybody, for I don't know how many, but just I came there, and some Chinese dance teacher, Lyman. Yeah, he explained me how to dance. He taught me something was, I mean, when I danced with him, with a man, it was not comfortable, but how I said to Nancy that I knew I watched many TV program about nobles, I mean Russian in the revolution time, 1910s years, nobles, nobles, and there I like their education. They gave their sons, for example, in military academy, and there they have to be taught dancing, fighting, and another skills. And dancing was very every boy has to dance.
Learn to dance.
Yeah, learn to dance. And waltz, yeah, I liked.
Okay, so this was dancing the waltz.
Yeah.
Okay, now you also went to an improv class, improvisation. Yes?
Yes.
Tell me.
I don't understand.
Okay, you went to the one class to learn to waltz.
Waltz, yeah.
But you went to another class where it was not comedy, but improvisation.
It's a magnet theater.
Yeah.
I was.
Yeah.
I like to play, to be actor, but at the beginning I understood that my English not so well for improvising and to play some scene with somebody. And I first my scene I asked them that can I speak in Russia? They said, of course, yes, you can. but after I understood that it's not understandable for people, and after I said that can I just sit and just watch. Although I would like to play, for example, but in Russian language.
In life,
Yeah.
are you generally an observer or participator?
I think observer more, but maybe 60% observer and 40 participates. I don't know.
Okay. Most artists are observers now. That means we watch and we comment. Our program tries very hard to make people participators so that they can get more involved, they can understand more the activity, so they can be more involved in life rather than just looking at it.
Yeah.
So we try to make people, to give them new experiences that we don't know which one will be good for you, which will be interesting or creative. So the first day that we met with you when you came down here and we were talking, you were telling us a little bit about Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
And then you were talking about it being a Muslim country.
Yeah.
And then you said you were Jewish.
Yeah.
And this surprised us a little bit, mostly because of our ignorance of what is happening. But I'm curious what it is like to be Jewish in Azerbaijan, and also, well, let's go there.
It's normal, and it's even very good to be Jewish in Azerbaijan, because everybody knows that Jewish always very rich and they have money, and we have one countryside where live most of people here Jewish, and they're very rich territory area, and with a big building. I mean, not like a skyscrapers. Yeah, it's just 3 floors houses, but it's most of they produce from the red bricks. Yeah, bricks with the big Jewish stars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and it's a nice place. And I just heard a story that some tycoon or rich person from I don't know where, he put money to their Jewish, and therefore they are rich. Yeah, but it was, I don't know, maybe 100 years ago. Yeah.
Is there, excuse me, is there anti-Semitism between Muslims and Jews?
No, we have not. Absolutely. And and I didn't know that I'm Jewish until, for example, I get my passport ID, and they said that which nationality you want to take, Russian or Jewish. And
Russian or Jewish?
Yeah, because my father is Russian.
Right.
Yeah.
But one is religion and one is nationality.
In old passport, we had the nationality. It was Jewish or Russian or Azeri. Nowadays, no. We have only one nationality. It's mean Azeri. I am too Azeri. But yeah, 10 years ago when we had old passport from USSR, yeah, the same. There should be written which, I mean, how to say, not nationality, religion. Okay, which religion you are.
Interesting. So
Yeah.
I noticed,
And it was preferable to be Jewish than Russian, and therefore I choose Jewish. If it will be in another country where, for example, Russian would more,
Right,
I choose Russian because I don't feel like I'm Jewish or Russian. I don't know what's.
I noticed in the videos, some of the videos that I saw, aside from the incredible architecture
Yeah.
that is going on,
Yeah.
that most of the women, or at least young women, were not wearing hijab or headgear or nothing.
But but most of men, they pray. I don't know, maybe 10 years they started to do namaz. Yeah, and yeah, it's, for example, 5 times per day, and yeah, but some of the women, they cover their head, and but it's not so big, I mean, quantity. It's Muslim country, but it's how to say, normal without passion. I mean, how to say, it's светское.
I understand. There is no problems.
Yeah, no problems.
Yeah. Okay, nice. So, what do you find that you miss
Yeah.
the most while you are here? People, food, so what is it?
I think nothing. Food. I don't passion to eat something because I can find it any food in my country and taste it.
Mexican?
Of course I can, but I can. We have Mexican and any.
Because you found Mexican here that you like, yes?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
What did you end up eating most
Where?
here?
Here it's Chinese food. For example, I can say you funny story. When my previous visit, I was with my brother and with my friend, and we always want to go to McDonald's. Yeah, but my brother always took us to the Chinese food, and he always said that you don't understand that it's very bad food. I mean, in McDonald's, and I tried, for example, 3 or 5 times Chinese food, and I don't like in that time. I don't like. I ate, but I would like to eat from McDonald's, for example. But when I come back to my country, I felt that I want Chinese food after that. And in this my visit, but after, for example, 1 week, I started to buy Chinese food, and nowadays I continue from the Canal Street, from the Chinatown. I buy Chinese food because it's a big portion and it costs not so expensive.
So, your blog,
Yeah.
has this been
Because you
made you?
because you ask me. Because in my country, we don't write blogs. Maybe in Russian, because we have difference between country. For example, we don't use Twitter. We just use, for example, Facebook and some of another program. For example, in Russia, they use Twitter and Twitter. Yeah.
Yeah, Twitter.
Twitter. Okay, Twitter. Okay. And when I said my friend that I will be write blog in the Tumblr, how do
Tumblr.
nobody knows about this blogs site, nobody. And me too.
Now they do.
No, now they don't.
Still do not?
Yeah,
Okay. Have your friends
yeah.
been reading?
No, I don't think that. I put another pictures and maybe some of from blogs to the Facebook and read and type some comments in the Facebook, and there my friends see it, not in Tumblr.
They won't even download a new application for you?
No.
Oh, that is too bad. Give me an example of somebody that you met while you were here that you thought was very interesting. One of your meetings, just somebody that you met someplace.
Now I can say.
Who did you have the best conversation with?
With you. And maybe with Nancy. Maybe it's not interesting most. It's just very calm, very kind, and I feel it's not I just relax for my head. I have not think about how I said, in English.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel relaxed. And
Are you a typical Azerbaijani man?
no, absolutely.
Why not?
Because I think another way. I wear absolutely another. I don't know more person who, for example, wear bow tie or wear vest, for example.
Ah,
Yeah, everybody wear costume suit with their tie. Yeah, it's our people likes to be like a businessman. Yeah, but I don't like the just, for example, blue suit without some interesting accessoire, or they don't wear with the it's just common business costume suit. And I think I wear another. Yeah, I think it's enough to be not Azeri. And I have another culture, another.
two culture?
Yeah, but I have one, just Russian.
Why are you so connected to Russia, do you think? Your father was Russian, yes?
Yeah,
And
he's Russian.
why do you have such a close connection, do you think?
I think that my parents and maybe my grandparents, they didn't assimilate. How to say?
Mhm.
You understand? Assimilate
Sure.
in Azeri culture, because we have another kind of Jewish, which rich, and it's, I don't know how to say. For example, I am Ashkenazi,
Mhm.
and another, they not Sephards, but it's kind of.
Sephardic.
It's not kind. I mean, for example, in they called another. I can't say it's like a mounting Jewish. In if translate exactly, it's mounting Jewish. For example, in Uzbekistan, they have another kind of Jewish, and many countries have their own Jewish. And for example, but European Jewish, it's Ashkenazi, it's another part. Every country has Ashkenazi, European, and I don't know how explain, and another kind of Jew. They have another synagogue, yeah, another church. I mean, yeah. And we Ashkenazi don't go to their church, and they don't go to our church, like Catholics and Orthodox, yeah.
So
And they very assimilate to the Azeri. They speak to Azeri in Azeri. They looks like Azeri, and they have their surname very similar like Azeri surname. But Ashkenazi have another, like a Bronstein with a Stein, or Baum, Berg, yeah,
Yeah.
it's Ashkenazi. But another, they have the same surname like Azeri.
so most kids now that are growing up,
Yeah.
do they want to stay in Azerbaijan, or do they want to?
No, I think they want to stay, because my government do everything for not to educate people,
Not to educate.
not to educate, yeah. And now we have not so good education, and I don't think that, no, I think Azeri people, they feel like at home. I don't feel like at home, because I think I am not at home.
Do you feel at home here?
No. I think this feeling comes after spending sometimes in any country, and I think human being, it's always can be used to any place. Yeah.
One of the things that we find when people come here is they come from a country that is all the same. So everybody in the country is often the same religion, or they look the same, or the same customs. And then when people come to New York, they find maybe the second day you are here, somebody will ask you directions because you don't
Yeah.
look like you are not supposed to be here. So we find that many people really enjoy the anonymous, no?
No,
Where nobody can tell that you are different.
because it's country, such kind of country.
So many different people.
Yeah. For example, in my country, if I saw some person with another appearance or with another, how he not look like, but behavior,
Right.
I approximately will be knowing from which country he came or looks like, for example. But here so many different people. And
Tell me something that you like
yeah,
about New York. Tell me something you don't like about New York.
of course I like skyscrapers, and I like noise. I like noise. I like that everybody goes very quickly, and it's like it's like a life. People must be in a running. Yeah, I like it.
Did you find that you would walk fast even when you didn't have to?
Maybe sometimes I walked fast,
Yeah.
when I delay in some.
And tell me something that you don't like about New York or the US. And you can be honest.
No, I can't say I don't like. Maybe difference any customs or any, but it's I can remember now that it was so worst that I
Good.
want to.
Good. Is New York expensive to you?
Sometimes yes, sometimes no. In
Azerbaijan is not cheap.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, and for example, our salary, for example, it's good if you earn, for example, $1,000. It's very good, for example, and prices are the same.
as here?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And for example, I just put in Facebook. When I pass through the Union Square, I decide just 5 days ago to buy some food from market, not from supermarket. I mean, I just thought that it would be cheaper, and I bought 6 apples and 2 tomatoes here, and I was shocked when I saw that 2 tomatoes cost $3.20 and 6 apples $5.70, and I put in my table and wrote the paper with the price, took a picture because and put it in Facebook. Yeah, and because, for example, we have tomatoes, very famous tomatoes. It's a medium size and very very tasty, and it's famous in all post-Soviet countries. And every news, and for example, price for kilos, it's $1 for kilo. Yeah, and apple we have very taste any type, And the same, maybe even I buy for 60 or 80 cent kilo. Yeah, and
Here you can do that also, but not in New York City.
yeah, yeah, I know, but not. I know maybe in Brooklyn or in,
Upstate.
yeah, but the price will be, for example, $1 less, not like in my country.
Okay. You
It's
saw
expensive.
you saw protests here, yes?
No, I saw in Union Square, but it was so calm and so relaxed. They just, it's not something. It's for me. It's not protest or.
I see that your government made a change, no term limits anymore, so the president can stay
Yeah,
forever now.
yeah, and
And-
he will be.
And there is, people talk about this being a problem, and they worry that Baku will become Dubai.
Yeah, I mean, appearance here even better, I think, because now we built the islands from the sand, like in Dubai,
Right.
and many skyscrapers, very beautiful. But it's only in downtown. Outside, it's many poor people and the
They do
same.
not get any benefit,
From
all of the
no,
building.
no. They have only problems because, for example, some people from downtown, they just government just pay, for example, for their apartment very low price, and yeah, and build some skyscrapers, and for this money they can afford, for example, they had 3 rooms apartment in the downtown, but after they can afford, for example, 2 rooms in outside of the country.
So the government is not being responsible
Yeah, maybe,
to poor people.
of course, yeah. Who do you know who responsible for another people?
We call
Maybe.
it social welfare, meaning that we don't always, but we talk about helping poor people because it will help society.
But I think it's lie. It's lie.
Here,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even here.
Everywhere.
Even here.
Yeah.
Here. And I know that people everywhere. The man, it's everywhere. It's man. I mean, human being. It's everywhere the same.
so this brings up one interesting topic, is that in your country it is very much a male-dominated society.
Yeah. Of course.
What did you feel here? Did you feel a difference in the way women act at all?
I mean, I don't think about it. I don't notice these. But if I think, I can say that no, maybe it's more, but I didn't see in that in so many times, because, for example, even here, man is a boss, for example, and maybe No, I didn't met women on a high level position, and I don't know, maybe the same in USA. I don't know. I can't say.
Okay. Do you have any observations, questions for us about the program? Yesterday we were talking, and I mentioned to you that you have to be over 30
Oh yeah,
to be in our program.
yeah,
And of course, our program is very crazy because it is a program for artists, but there's no art.
yeah.
Does this now make more sense to you than at first, or would you like me to explain anything?
No. It's just my thought that, yeah, it's right. I mean, decision to invite people other 30, but even person whose age, for example, 50, he it can be difficult for any ages. Maybe some young, I mean, yeah, I forgot. For example, 20 years old guy, and he will be feel better like a 50 years old person. Now I think maybe no difference between ages.
So, do you think this program gave you new ideas or new ways?
New ideas, I don't know, but new experience, of course.
And how do you feel about New York? Do you want to come back?
Yeah, I like it very much. It's better than, I mean, feeling. It's better like in Paris. I was in Germany. It's another feeling. I mean, it's another country. I don't know. I would like visit, for example, Japan. I think it's something another, like Europe, like for example, Russia. But New York, it's in that place which very different from the how we. I didn't imagine that New York. That country which I can't imagine. For example, I never been in Spain, but I can imagine that it looks like Italy. It looks like, for example, France. But I don't think that somebody who was in Europe can imagine what the town, what the city is, New York.
Do your friends have a positive view of the U.S. and New York, or
Yeah.
negative?
No,
now?
positive.
Okay.
Yeah, positive. And Europe too positive. I don't know who has negative to which country, for example.
Okay. Can you think of any effect that being here will have on you?
Can you repeat?
Mhm. When you go home, is there anything that you will do because you were here doing? Because of the program that we give you, you do many things in many places. When you go to Japan,
Yeah.
you will have more difficulty getting down into society.
I mean,
Because,
yeah,
yeah,
without program.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, yeah,
however, when we travel, we do the same thing as our program. So when we will come to Baku, you will say to us, "Oh, I want to take you to the art museum
yeah, but
and the art galleries," and we will say, "No, we don't want to see that. We want to see Baku."
yeah, it's good that I mean, you invite me on to the events. I mean, with which describe the New York from downtown. Not yeah. It's good that I was in such kind of. I saw from every event. I saw something that I understand which city is New York is New York here. New York is,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I saw New York from the down.
Right. So we say to people, now when you travel,
Yeah.
you can also find things like this. Because in the art world, when people travel, they don't
Yeah,
go down,
Go down,
into
yeah.
culture.
yeah. Of
So
course.
we hope that residents, fellows, when you travel, you will have the same kind of idea about not being a tourist, not to only go to art galleries and things, but when you go there, you ask people, how can I, is this valuable for you?
I think not, because we always stay as a tourist. When we come to another country, we always, yeah.
Did you feel only like a tourist here?
Now not. Yeah, but no. Okay.
You are here only 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Normally a little bit longer. So maybe one more week you would feel a little more like.
I don't know, but I think that for me it's enough. I'm glad that I had only 3 weeks, because of course I want to back home, but I don't know was if I had 4 weeks. I don't know.
So overall, this was a positive experience for you.
Yeah, it was only such kind of experience in my life. Yeah, I was
And-
alone, very long time in a very different country, very far country. For example, for our people, USA, it's something very big, something very far, because everybody was in the Europe, because it's cheaper, and it's for example 4 or 5 hours
Right.
different. But in USA, to come to USA, it's more difficult, and not too many people was in USA. Yeah, and for us, USA, it's like a dream, like a.
Larissa did a good job for you.
Oh, she's very. Of course she is.
Good. She keeps you running.
What does
She keeps you active.
yeah.
It has really been a pleasure having
Thank
you here.
Thank you.
It's nice for me, especially because I have learned a lot about Azerbaijan. Of course, I had a lot to learn, but I can now appreciate your country much more than before. Thank you for coming. Thank you for your journal.
Okay.
And it's been a pleasure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.